Socastee High School. Your time begins now.
Hey, would you like a light?
What?
For your cigarette, I have a lighter somewhere.
No.
With all due respect, I have no interest in breathing any secondhand smoke. Besides, the state law prohibits smoking on train and subway platforms.
Let me guess, a lawyer.
Yes, a good one too. So I recommend you not violate the state law right in front of me.
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Lay off it. I didn't want to light, okay? I don't want to smoke it. I'm saving it. It's my last one.
My apologies, but I couldn't help overhearing. You're saving your last cigarette? May I assume you're quitting the habit?
Yes, we could say that.
Congratulations, and have faith, dearie. I will pray for your success.
Yeah, those things will kill you.
Running late again, so just tap the kids in and kiss them goodnight for me. And please make their lunches for school tomorrow. I'll be leaving early tomorrow for a presentation to a client. Stephanie likes her sandwiches cut into triangles, but I'm sure you already know that, honey. Honey? No signal. Excuse me, do you by any chance have a cell phone I could use for a few moments?
I usually get reception in the subway. Hold on.
I'm not exactly sure when mine was dead, so I don't know how much of the message my husband got, and... Any luck?
That's odd. I can't seem to find it.
I usually keep mine in my coat pocket, but I don't seem to be wearing my coat. Sorry.
I just wanted my husband to tell my kids I love them, and that I'm sorry I missed tucking them in again.
Children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. How many children do you have, dearie?
2.
I'm sure he'll tell them for you.
Did anyone happen to see a payphone anywhere in the station?
Payphone down here? Yeah, right.
What about upstairs?
Dearie, don't worry about it. It sounds like your husband is an expert at this kind of thing.
He is. I just wanted the kids to hear me say goodnight on the machine before bed.
That would be a long-distance phone call.
Maybe I'll get home in time to see them. Ben had a Little League game tonight. My husband sometimes takes them out for ice cream afterward. Maybe Stephanie won't fall asleep in the car. Does anyone know when the next train is?
It should be any minute now. I just missed the last train when I got here, and that was... My watch is stopped.
Mine too.
It's all right. I'll go upstairs and look for a payphone. Oh!
I think I lost him.
Don't
talk, son. Catch your breath.
I don't see anyone coming.
Good, when's the next train?
Should be soon.
Were you running from someone?
I was at an ATM when some guy pulled a knife on me. He told me to give him my money, but I took off. I cut through Central Park and came down here.
Central Park?
Central Park? As in New York City? That's not possible.
What? Why not?
Because we're in Chicago?
Chicago, now that's not possible. This is New York.
But it's Seattle. How?
California. I teach English and European literature at UC Berkeley. Where do you think we are?
The other sisters and I were vacationing in Rome. I've wanted to go there my entire life. I was sitting in my room reading up on the cathedrals we were going to see tomorrow. I believe I dozed off.
This doesn't make sense. I was walking to the bus stop, talking on my cell phone. Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention to where I was going, but I'm positive I never entered a subway station.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
If you have something to contribute to this conversation, then please do so.
Are you sure you want my contribution?
You were here when I arrived. You must know where we are.
Where we are? Well, we're in a subway station that happens to connect to several different places, including a hospital in Jacksonville, Florida. Don't you think that's odd?
This is ridiculous. It must be a dream or something.
I'm not dreaming. I ran across Central Park, and I know that for a fact.
That's right, you escaped a mugging. Have you checked your wallet?
My wallet was that gone.
Just look in your wallet, Sonny.
Wait, all my money, it's gone. What? How?
Maybe you didn't get away. Consider that.
So what does that mean?
The poor man has just been robbed. Show some compassion.
It still doesn't answer where we are or how we all could have gotten here.
The only way he could have taken my money is if he stabbed me. So how does that work? Did he stab me? What am I, dead?
We're all dead. That's not true. I think I'd remembered if I just died.
After you die, you go to a subway station? This is ridiculous.
They do say the Lord works in mysterious ways.
This is crazy. Whatever this place is, I have to get home to my family and away from you people. I'm gonna find a phone, even if I have to go back up to the street and call my husband.
Won't find one.
People who have been clinically dead but resuscitated have claimed to see a bright light in a dark tunnel. When's the next train come?
Clever thinking. Hadn't thought of that.
So we're just going to accept without proof that we're all dead and the afterlife is a subway station? I won't. I'm not convinced beyond reasonable doubt that we're all dead.
Spoken just like your kind.
Look at all the evidence.
What evidence?
Stopped watches, phones with no reception. How could we all have gotten here from so many different places? And why did I put on some clothes, for Pete's sake?
All circumstantial. I'm still not convinced.
It doesn't matter if you're convinced or not, you're still dead. We all are.
Then why do you believe him?
She's been brainwashed. I know what this is. This is some kind of government experiment or alien abduction.
Okay, let's not jump to conspiracy theories here. They may be telling the truth.
She was here before I was.
So you knew this all when we got here.
Yep.
Yet you withheld that information from us. How dare you?
She is not to blame for our passings.
And what was she supposed to say? Oh, hi, nice to meet you. And by the way, you're recently deceased. I mean, you wouldn't have believed her.
I don't believe her. Maybe this is all a bad dream or something. I knew I shouldn't have stayed in the office so late. I'm getting out of here, calling a cab.
There's no way out.
What?
No stairs up to street level. Just stairways down to the platforms.
That can't be possible. How do we get in there?
If we're dead, does it matter? I mean, our spirits, or whatever we are, must have materialized upstairs or something to that effect.
But my kids, how will they?
Their parents, Terry. Our father loves them and will get them through this.
That's not the point. If we're dead, then I'm never going to see them again. As it is, I haven't seen them much since my husband was laid off and I went back to work. I've missed the past 4 years of their lives, and now I'm going to miss the rest.
I'm sure they know you love them.
But I haven't been there for them. What kind of a parent have I been?
We've passed denial and now we're into guilt. Make me up when the train comes.
Try to provide for them the best you can. You've done nothing wrong.
Your family needed money to get by, and you took care of that, I assume. What you did was honorable.
You don't get it, do you? You must not have kids.
I have a son. He's an engineering major in college. He's a good man. My wife and I were very proud.
2 daughters, both in high school. Sister, I need to make a confession.
What is it, son?
I don't go to church regularly, but I've done something terrible.
What are you doing?
If I'm dead, I'd like to get my sins off my chest.
You see, I'm not Catholic, but isn't that something you do before you die?
Given the circumstances, it's better late than never.
No, don't do it.
What now?
You don't want to go there. You're only going to make this place worse.
Excuse me one moment, son. Dearie, tell me what's bothering you.
What's her problem?
Something must be troubling her.
Probably withholding more information from us. She obviously knows more about this place.
Why must everyone be a hostile witness to you?
How old do you think she is?
Early 20s, I'd say.
Her poor parents. No one should see their children die before them.
I can't just leave my father stuck in the mud like that.
Well, if I'm home late, my father will kill me. And then he'll kill you.
No, it's not fair.
How's the tow truck supposed to get down in this weather? I should be late with my car.
Once you take me home, you can go back there. And I'm sorry that my parents have a stricter curfew than yours do. At least it's not raining in here.
They don't deserve to be here this young.
But they are here.
Should we tell them where here is?
They may be better off not knowing.
Are you serious? They have the right to know as much as we do.
She won't say much about this place, but I think I've got her calmed down. I see we have new arrivals.
We're debating whether or not to share our predicament with them.
They will learn it when the time is right.
Do you get the feeling that everyone's watching us, or am I just being paranoid?
I think they are watching us. Excuse me. When does the next train get here?
Is there something we can help you with, dearie?
No, nothing. We're just trying to get home.
Yes, sister, actually. My boyfriend and I got into a little car trouble. It's an embarrassing story, really, but I need to get home. Do you know when the next train will get to... What's the closest station to my house?
I don't know. I don't think there is one.
There has to be one. Why else would we have come down here?
Been on the subway before? I mean, you ever been stationed in our town or anywhere near us in Indiana?
I have a point. Sorry, sister. Which way does this train go?
Which way? Which way?
Now, that's an enigmatic inquiry.
So we were going to get on the next train without knowing where it's going?
What do you mean you don't know where it's going?
It's a little complicated.
A little complicated? This train's our only way out of here, and we don't even know which way it goes.
Our
As
only way out?
Theology sees it, there are only 2 ways the train could be headed.
And what are they? Smart guy.
Accepting our condition for what we believe it is, the train either goes up or down.
Up or down? What does that mean?
Nothing. Ignore what he's
What are
saying.
you people talking about?
Up or
All I
down?
want to do is get my girlfriend home to get back to her dad and so he doesn't kill us. I was just a crappy way to end the night.
I don't think you're getting me home tonight.
Sweetie, don't say that.
Say what?
The rain came unexpectedly. I know the brake was on,
Why the
but
hell is the ground being muddy so fast?
it's fine. There's nothing you can do.
I promise I'd keep you safe. Your dad's definitely going to kill me now.
No, he won't.
How could you miss a hill? Were you drinking?
No.
We don't drink.
Leave the kids alone. This can't be easy on them.
Sorry. You must know the underage drinking statistics.
All I want to do is take my girlfriend out to dinner for our anniversary and overlook the town afterwards. I didn't plan on the car to roll down the hill.
Your anniversary?
Yeah. So, we're really...
I believe so.
That's why the 2 of us aren't soaked, right?
I would suppose so. You're very bright for your age and seem to be handling the news better than some of the adults around here.
Thanks. I guess.
Babe, if we're, then is everyone else?
Probably.
Excuse me?
The train, which way is it going, up or down?
We haven't determined that yet. How ironic. When I assigned Dante's Divine Comedy to my students, I never imagined I'd soon experience that.
There's not a single clue here, not on any of the walls. How are we supposed to know?
That's what she's not telling us. You know where the train goes.
No.
You're withholding information again. You know where the train is heading, and that's why you haven't gotten on board yet.
You mean she knows the train's bound for hell, and that's why she won't get on?
Clear case to me.
So we're going to down there.
No, I don't know where it goes.
Sister, I need to make my confession now.
Go ahead, son.
I work for an insurance company in the accounting department. I know what you think. The industry is known for ripping people off. That being said, I came across an error of $25,000 in the company's favor. I told my supervisor, but he brushed me off. I thought if the company didn't want to acknowledge its existence, well, I thought my oldest daughter, she's going to college in a year, and with tuition being what
You
it is,
embezzled it.
I wired it to my bank account, and a few days went by and nobody seemed to notice.
Thou shalt not steal. Even I know that's a commandment, not just the law.
I felt awful about what I did. I felt dirty, like a criminal.
I hate to break it to you, but what you did qualifies you as one.
I gave it back. I checked my account balance after work, and it was all back. I gave it
It's
back.
still a crime.
You did correct your sin. Perhaps in God's eyes you will be forgiven.
Is that enough to change the direction of the train? I'll admit I wasn't always there for my kids, but I love them. Why should I be doomed for hell?
Ask her. She has the answer,
I told you I don't know where the train goes.
yet you refuse to get on.
Please have mercy on her.
I missed the last train. Dozed off, but I was gonna get on, no matter which way it goes.
Don't you want to know which way?
Look, Sonny, I've lived my life. Spent the end of it in a hospital bed with cancer. I'm ready to move on. Could be heaven, could be hell. I tell you, I've seen hell. I fought in Korea. A buddy of mine stepped on a landmine near me and sent a piece of shrapnel in my leg and made this limp. My fighting days were over. Yeah, I killed people. Some innocent or guilty of nothing more than following their country's orders like I was. Spent the rest of my life trying to make good for that. Being a good father, grandfather, good husband. Lots of volunteer work and clean business. So maybe I'll get into heaven. But nothing can change what I've done. So I'm prepared for the worst. Oh, if I do get into heaven, I'll be pleasantly surprised.
You don't want to know?
I've lived my life, and there's nothing I can do to change it. You young folk don't have that life experience yet. Bet you that's why she won't get on the train.
She's scared. That's it.
Don't you see? There's nothing we can do. That train goes somewhere where no one knows for sure which way. What if it goes to hell?
But what if it doesn't?
But what if it does?
I may not know much about this stuff, but we have a nun here. Does that mean we're like guaranteed to get into heaven?
Sonny, when I was your age, I did some things I'm not proud of. Back in Catholic school, I was a real hooligan.
I don't know what that is. Aren't you in with God or something?
Who knows? I smoked cigarettes, cheated on tests, taunted my teachers, threw rocks through some windows at school, even shoplifted bubble gum. Since then, I have served the Lord, so I believe I have made peace with him.
And you're content with the possibility of going to hell?
If that's what the Lord has chosen for me, then yes. But I have faith that's not the case.
She said it's going to heaven, so it must be. We have a nun here, right?
We also have a lawyer here.
Go to hell.
Seems like a 50-50 chance.
What is your problem with me?
My wife recently filed for divorce.
Blatant stereotyping. I'm not a divorce attorney, I'm a prosecutor.
That explains why you've treated us all like criminals.
So what happened, Professor?
Well, You see, it's a funny story that I tell you.
You had an affair, didn't you?
With one of my students. She was a graduate student, a consenting adult.
That doesn't make it right.
I understand that, but my marriage hasn't exactly been working for a little while. After my son left for college, my wife and I grew more and more distant, and there was this girl,
And your wife found out.
For all we know, she could have killed him and sent him here.
Well, I know what I did was wrong, but it's not a crime. Don't I deserve some happiness?
You complete the unholy trinity. Stealing, killing, and now adultery.
We're so screwed.
A moment ago you were convinced we were going to heaven. Not so convinced now. What are you hiding?
We shall let the Lord and not each other judge our actions.
Look, I'll admit, I made a major transgression, but otherwise, I'm a good person.
We get it. You were dedicated to your son, your job, your students. A little too dedicated to one of them, perhaps, but...
Those who live in glass houses shall not throw stones. And why don't you share your history with us?
It's no one else's business.
Stop.
Pleading the fifth, I see. Do you believe it's your presence that sends the rest of us to hell?
Stop, both of you! Now do you get it? I don't know where the stray goes because of this. Is this person good? Is that person bad? There's no way anyone can figure out which way that train goes if you keep fighting with each other. I've been here and I've seen enough other people go through exactly what you're doing and they still don't find out where it's going. How can they get on without knowing?
She's right. The last folks wouldn't stop yapping like you folks. I wanted nothing to do with them, so I took a little nap. None of them had the decency to wake me up when this train finally did come. Good, bad, who cares? Just get on the train and move on, I say.
Have you noticed that we've all done something we're not proud of, but we otherwise are relatively decent people?
A dichotomy, so to speak.
A what?
Dichotomy, possessing two sides that are contradictory. SAT word.
That's it! Subway stations have two platforms, two sides. The reason we can't see the other one is because of that wall. But there's gotta be something over there.
Since when are you the expert on the afterlife?
Hear me out. Whichever way the train on this side goes, the train on the other side must go the other way.
So if the train on this side goes to hell, the one on the other side goes to heaven?
Or vice versa. There was another flight of stairs up there. Probably goes to the other side.
Are you suggesting that we send someone to the other side to try to figure out where they're going?
Exactly. If we know where they're going, we know where we're going.
So who do we send?
Not you. We don't want them thinking they're bound for heaven.
And we don't want them thinking they're bound for hell, so I guess you'll stay here, sister. No offense.
None taken. I have faith we're on the correct side.
An expedition. Sounds fun. Just wake me up when the train gets here.
I'll go.
No, you won't.
I'll be fine.
You're not going alone, and I'm staying put.
I can take care of myself. Nothing can happen to me. We're already dead, remember?
Look, I'll go with her.
You're not going anywhere with mine.
I'm okay. I'll go, right?
Look, I'm not getting on the train without you, so come back. Promise?
I'm sorry about that. He's just really overprotective.
It's okay.
Just go get information. Try not to give too much away about us, then come back.
You won't like what you find.
You're not being helpful.
My boyfriend means well. He really does. It's just, I'm going to college in a few months, and he's not. And I'm hoping I'll go, and we'll just painlessly drift apart in time. Then I think I'm leading him on. I feel terrible. But I want to go on my own, find my own life next fall. I just don't have the heart to tell him that maybe without him. Does that make me a bad person?
No worse than the rest of us. You have to stay true to yourself, even if it means moving on when others don't. May I ask why you're confiding in me?
I get the feeling you're a good mom.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there.
Quite all right, dearie.
Does anyone know when the next train comes?
Soon, dearie. Soon.
Thanks.
Is something bothering you?
No. Why do you ask?
You seem a little stressed.
Give me that!
Oh, are you hiding something?
Again, don't you remember innocent until proven guilty?
Interesting. Looks like she was taking notes on us.
What? Why would she be doing that?
I'm just trying to figure out who you people are to see if you're different than us over there.
Over there, you mean you're from the other
You're on
side?
the other side. Is my girlfriend okay?
I haven't met her. The two of them went up as I came down.
You say you came here to see if we're different than you. Why?
Same reason you sent them. We're trying to figure out which way our train goes.
You don't know.
No, we were hoping you knew.
Nice puzzle. What a good sense of humor you've got. Hopefully the train gets here soon so I can finally rest in peace.
You seriously don't know which way the train goes.
We're just a bunch of dead folks who might be good or bad. Same boat as you, huh?
Yes.
Damn it, if they don't know, how are we supposed to?
Howdy, sister. They'd love to know you're over here. We've got a fireman from Omaha over there. He died in a fire after rescuing 2 kids and the family dog.
That's good. Sorry, didn't mean it that way.
But he cheated on his income tax. We also have a lawyer. He says he gives to charity, but he seems real sleazy.
Ours isn't sleazy. I mean, opinionated maybe, but definitely not sleazy.
That almost sounds like a compliment.
He bragged about all the people that he saved from jail time, but they didn't sound like high-class citizens, if you catch my drift.
A defense attorney.
Yeah.
Let me talk to him. Then I'll tell you which side's going to hell.
That's it! You lost a big case because of a defense attorney.
I was trying a drug dealer. He was selling to kids. I knew he was clearly guilty. I'm sure even the judge knew it. And I can bet you the jury knew it in their minds. But that lawyer blew holes in all of my evidence. Said some of it was circumstantial, some inadmissible, even made my best witnesses look unreliable on the stand. They even got the jury to doubt the legality of the arrest warrant, enough reasonable doubt to acquit.
Couldn't you appeal or arrest on a separate charge or something like that? They do it all the time on TV.
I've been working on that. Late nights alone at the office, ordering takeout for dinner. Next thing you know, I'm here.
Do you think you choked?
I tried that case to the best of my abilities.
No, on your dinner.
Maybe. I guess. Not that it matters now. My point is that he's free to roam the streets. He's going to keep doing what he does. What if some unfortunate kids overdose and die because I didn't get a guilty verdict? That will be on my head.
Dearie, you did what you could. The Lord will not fault you for that.
She's right. I would doubt anyone here faults you.
But I fault myself. The people trust me to keep them safe by putting criminals behind bars. So in this case, I failed.
We've all failed. It seems. In our own ways.
That's just like us. I work in a truck stop off the interstate in Texas. The guys try to grope me while I'm serving their food. I grin and bear it because it pays the rent after my daughter's deadbeat father left, but last night I was working and there was this one guy who wouldn't get the hint that I wasn't interested, so I spit in his food. I wanted to do that many times before, but I had never been pushed that far until tonight. It must have been all of the overtime because I was real cranky and I was falling asleep on my feet. And then the last thing I kind of remember is slipping down the back stairs and hitting my head. And then I'm over there. Talk about bad karma. And I still have his dinner check in my apron.
So, which side is which? What kind of place is this?
I tried to tell you, but none of you would listen. You wouldn't have had to send anyone over there if you just listened to me, but no, you blew me off. Don't listen to the crybaby.
She's right. My girl shouldn't be over there.
I've spent time on both sides of this awful place, and no matter what side I'm on, it's always the same. I listen to all of you confessing and feeling guilty about your lives, and I'm tired of it.
Then don't listen.
No matter how hard I try, there's no way to tune you all out. There's nowhere to hide, and with only this platform and that one, there's nowhere else for me to go.
I disagree.
Oh yeah? Where else can I go?
Onto the train.
No way.
It's why we're here. It's what we're supposed to do. Wherever this train goes must be better than the uncertainty of this place.
So now you're a philosopher?
I'd rather take my chances staying put. I am not getting on that train. You don't know my life. You don't know the pain I've been through and caused. I can't imagine I have any chance of getting into heaven, so I must be going to hell, and I don't want to go there. But I can't tell which side would keep me away from there. You all discuss and argue and confess, and I've even seen groups think they figured it out. As much as I want to believe them, I never buy it. What if they're wrong?
Figured it out? We are no closer than we were when we got here.
Please come back.
Why do you think you're bound for hell?
I ran away from home when I was 16 because my parents wouldn't let me date this older guy. Said it was bad news, but I didn't listen. So I dropped out of school and ran off with him. Dumb move. We both got a job at a burger joint, and almost a year later, I thought I was pregnant. Turned out I wasn't. Whenever I told him, he hit me and left, taking all the money we had. He even told my boss I'd been stealing money out of the cash registers when it was him doing it. I was fired. I had no job, no money, and nowhere to live.
Couldn't you go back home?
I wanted to, but I was young and stupid. I didn't think my parents would want to see me again. I said so many nasty things to them, so I thought I couldn't go back. Lived on the streets for a couple years, did so many bad things to get food, money, cigarettes. I was gonna give it up after this last one, give everything up and straighten out my messed up life. And then I was here. I don't know how I died, exposure, accident, who knows. What's worse is that I don't know if my parents know that I'm dead or not. And they certainly don't know I'm sorry for what I did to them.
When was this?
2, maybe 3 years ago, I guess.
You've been here that long?
It's hard to tell in this place, and it feels longer. It's always the same thing over and over, and I'm tired of reliving my life story to every new group that comes through here.
There's a way you can break that cycle. Dearie, come on the train with us.
I can't. I don't deserve to go to heaven, and I don't want to go to hell.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
What if she's right? What if this is the train to hell?
We don't know that for sure.
And we sure don't.
I think she's right. I don't deserve to go to heaven either.
What makes you say that?
What happened wasn't your fault, dearie.
Yes, it was.
That's not what you said before. Was it indirectly your fault?
I guess the emergency brake on my car doesn't always stick as an old car. My dad kept bugging me to get it fixed, but I never got around to it. Heck, I could have brought it to school, had some of my friends fix it at their auto shop, but I kept putting it off until I practically forgot about it. I mean, what would the chances of you parked on a hill during a freak downpour? I can't help but thinking that if I got my brake fixed, the car wouldn't have rolled down the hill and hit the tree or whatever, it wouldn't have gotten us killed.
You don't know that for sure.
But I know my brake didn't work right. Maybe it wouldn't have stopped the rain in the mud, but it might have saved their lives, so it's all my fault. I got my girlfriend killed.
What?
I'm so sorry.
Should have told you sooner.
What are you talking about?
I don't think we can go to the same place.
Wait,
Let her go. Let her move on.
I promised I'd keep her safe. I couldn't even do that.
Maybe we should all move on to wherever the train takes us. I think that's what we're supposed to do.
So, what did you learn about the other side?
Different people, but the same issues we have. But I guess you've already figured that out.
Yeah. I'm heading back.
Wait, you're going back. Does that mean you think the other side's the right one?
Can't tell the difference. I don't think I deserve eternal damnation, but I'd rather stick with where I first wound up.
The devil you know is better than the devil you don't. So to speak.
I promised her. I promised her.
We all make promises that we can't keep. I mean, mine to my wife was, till death do us part, and I broke that way before I came here.
But you didn't kill your wife.
Physically, no, but perhaps I did emotionally. sometimes we make choices in life, and those choices lead us too far off track. In the end, what are we left with? I mean, an opportunity to reflect upon our lives? Have you ever noticed how effective humans can be at punishing themselves?
I think that's the train.
That's it. Just like that, we have to figure this out right now. There's no way of knowing exactly which way it goes.
Now do you understand? You all can do what you want. I'm staying here.
Wake up, sir.
Are you two getting on?
Not without my girlfriend.
I'll stay with them for a little while. It seems him and I still have some things that we need to think about.
Suit yourself. I don't know missing this one.
What about you, dearie?
I told you I won't. I can't. What if
This is your chance to be free of reliving the doubt and the guilt.
what if it goes to
Then I will be there with you,
even if it goes to
even if it goes to.
you would do that for me.
If you can't have faith in God or this place, have faith in me. I will go with you wherever the train goes.
No one's ever done anything like that for me before. Not since I left home anyways. I don't know what to say.
Just say you have faith.
It's unfortunate they won't join us.
It takes a little more time for some to overcome their guilt and find their faith. I presume. Right, dearie?
I just hope they don't go through the same hell I went through for 3 years.
What did you say?
I hope.
No, after that. Put themselves through hell. You don't think...
Do you mean that maybe this place is?
Well, I'll be.
So then do both trains go to?
Perhaps. I pray our counterparts across the way have found some faith of their own. I've been telling you that's all we need.